one verse. One of the simplest verses is John chapter 2, verse 5. At the wedding feast of Cana. At the wedding feast of Cana, what happens? These people have prepared a banquet. In Africa, what defines a banquet, what defines a wedding, is brew, beer. If people drink and have a piece of meat, you have done the feast for them. What happens for these people? First of all, they have a list of guests. Jesus is invited. Jesus, as an adult, he's 30 years of age. By then, he couldn't just be invited with his mother. He's invited in his own right. As a friend, perhaps. And Mary is invited. Perhaps they were family friends. And what happens? The brew is finished. When you look at actually those jars, they're not very big. I thought they were huge. They are not. They are 4 in the Catholic Church, and the Orthodox Church has 2 across the road at Cana. But who is the first person to see the need present? Our Lady. Perhaps we can, before even we talk about that, at home, who is the first person to see the need of a child? A mother's heart always pours out for her children. Naturally. And I believe that's why Jesus, even on the cross, he says, you need a spiritual mother. Behold your mother. But before she comes to do her role, she already plays that role before she even commissioned. She sees they have no wine. She goes to Jesus. Why does she go to Jesus? None of the people there knew what Jesus was capable of, but she did. Because she knew what Jesus was capable of, she goes and tells him, they have no wine. And this is the verse the Protestants love. Woman, what is that for you and me? What has that got to do with me and you? It's their wedding. If it flops, it's up to them. They didn't plan enough. What has this got to do with me? My hour has not yet. Now I got this lady read that verse, and then she goes to say, oh, see, even Jesus said to her, it's not her business. And I said to her, go ahead, read further, read further. She didn't want to read further. And I said, okay, I'll read for you. I'll read for you. He says, my hour has not yet come, but does Our Lady back off? She knows she's the mother, and the son, the Jewish son, who knows the 4th commandment, will never disobey the mother. Because the 4th commandment says, honor your father and Our Lady knew Jesus would do what she asked. So she goes and tells them, I tell you, do whatever because something great is coming. How long does it take before Jesus rocks up to them? Fills them with water. Do they question Jesus? We need wine and you are telling us water? Do they question? They don't. Because Our Lady has already prepared their hearts to accept his orders. And when we read that passage as it goes on, they say that became the first miracle, which makes our Blessed Lady the first apostle, because she was leading them to what Jesus was able to do.